Welcome to another edition of My Fantasy Football Team Lets Me Down More Than My 11th Grade Crush. This is Moss Sports. I'm joined by Mauricio Beltran Hernandez, who has an Emmy, Spencer Griffin, who has some glasses. I don't know how to introduce you.
No, you're good. You're good.
Because, I mean, Spencer's very accomplished, I'll say that.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. You have a beautiful family.
Aww.
And then...
Jeez, this is the second week in a row you've had a beautiful introduction.
Yeah, and then me. I'm here.
Sports and local sports announcer now.
Yeah, I checked the box.
Local radio celebrity.
I checked a box. That's about all I did. But yeah, yeah. I guess I don't know which direction we can go. I didn't have enough time to put notes out, and then I know there's a lot that has happened. That there's a lot that we could talk about in kind of all the major sports, but
yeah, a lot of stuff been going on.
I don't know that we need to talk much. I'll get to that whenever we get to it. So yeah. you guys decide.
I think we could start with baseball.
Okay.
Just because I think there's just a couple of things we could touch on and then we can move on, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think probably the first and kind of most important thing is, I guess, Saturday night. Was it Friday night, Saturday night? Albert Pujols hit his... I think it was Friday night. Yeah, something like that. But Albert Pujols hit his 699th and 700th home runs. Just great celebration for him. I will readily admit that I did not think that he was going to get it this year, just because the way he's been playing over the course of the latter part of his career. Didn't think he'd get many at-bats, but I think the Cardinals have put him in a lot of great situations to where he has been able to get this. And he had a classy move by saying that his 700th home run was, he didn't care about getting it back. It was the fans. He said fans should have souvenirs. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, that was super cool of him, especially like he comes from, from the research I've done in the past on him, he comes from like, I think a poor Dominican Republic background. So like being able to do stuff like that and not like let that fame and money get to your head where you're like, yeah, I want that, I want to keep that, which would be super enticing to keep that, because if I were in his position, I could see, wanting to keep of all the balls you've ever hit in your life, that one especially. Mm-hmm. But to be like that and turn it around and be like, that one's for the fans, because he is right. Like every other ball is for, a souvenir, and it is for the fans. They don't get a whole lot. They get to watch, this sport for fun, and you get to play it for millions of dollars. So I think that's a huge move on his part, and hopefully others follow suit after that, because that's, I think he couldn't have been more on the money on that one. Like balls are for the souvenirs. Souvenirs are for the fans. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Any thoughts, Mo?
What's it called? I'm mad at baseball right now.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know why. We know why.
Why is he mad?
Because he doesn't want to work for the Astros for like the next month.
There's a lot of stuff going on, like with the Astros. They're in the playoffs again. And then yesterday, they freaking break into the Clemson Wake Forest game I'm trying to watch.
I was wondering if you would bring that up.
They kept breaking in, and like we missed out on a lot of key moments in the game because they would cut the audio, have a split screen, and then you were hearing the Jazz Network where they kept promoting. They're like, we're in the Jazz Network. I guess it's like in New York.
A lot of fans online were pissed about that one.
Yeah.
So I think there was like 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion that were missed because they were like live, like looking into him at bat, and then he missed all of them.
Were they missed? Was it just the audio, right, though, not the video?
The video was there, but it was and the audio was completely gone. And obviously the split screen is like this, so you couldn't really tell what was happening.
That is kind of a weird move.
And they kept doing it. All his at bats were in the game, and then it was like I think 2 touchdowns were missed. Like you couldn't hear like there was, and then the 2-point conversion that tied the game.
So, on the one hand, I get it because it is a historic moment. But on the other hand, you're right. Like, you're covering college football, and especially like a tight contested game like that. I think they probably could have done that a little better. Like maybe make it a smaller picture and not cut the audio out. But I think I'm in the minority when I say I kind of enjoyed it because I am like I don't follow a whole lot of baseball, but I am following that a little bit. So it is interesting to hear you say that, just because I'm interested to hear other people's take on it.
Because it's like they were saying that like if you wanted to watch that happen, then you would be watching the Jets Network, and you wouldn't be watching college football on ESPN. You know.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But the thing is, not everyone gets the S Network, though.
I was going to bring that up.
And see, that's the thing. MLB dug themselves into a hole on Friday night because they, starting this year, they started airing games on Apple Plus. Not everyone has Apple Plus, and so here's Aaron Judge, Red Sox and Yankees playing on Apple Plus, and Aaron Judge is a home run away from tying Roger Maris, 2 home runs away from breaking his record, or his American League record, whether you want to count the subsequent records that were broken after Maris or not. But I think they may have struck a deal to where they'd aired on the Yes Network, and that's probably why it disrupted other games too. I know that was Friday night. It was probably yesterday because I don't know. Yeah. It's just
I mean, it's been everywhere.
Yeah. You can't escape it. Like last week, I think we let's see. I think we mentioned he was 2 home runs away from 60, and he hit like 2 that day. So he'll probably hit 61 tonight after we go off.
Exactly. So, well, what if, like, how many games does he have left? Like, say he doesn't get it tonight, how many would he have left?
See, okay, so that was the thing so the other day, Barry Bonds, I think it was Friday, he was like, yeah, I want Aaron Judge to break my record, which is 73 home runs in the regular season. Judge is at 60, and I'm sitting here like, I was like counting up how many games left. It was like 12 at the time, and like, you'd have to hit 13 home runs in 12 games. That's not going to happen. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure he'll break it. It's just a matter of time.
Imagine he doesn't, though. Like, what would the reaction be like? Because obviously teams are, and not necessarily intentionally walking him, but they are walking him because you got to pitch around him carefully. Right now, they're in a series with the Red Sox, who obviously don't want to give that up. So I get that from their perspective. But imagine he doesn't break it this regular season. What do you think the reaction around the league will be like? Well, it's weird because like he's hit 60 home runs at the it's a hell of an accolade, but like will he be like a little bit of a laughing stock because the last 15 games he didn't hit a home run?
I'm sure some media will spin it that way. But I mean, like you said, like he's hit 60 home runs this year. That hasn't been done since, we can talk about the steroid era, but I mean, if you don't want to include that hasn't been done since 1961. Yeah. And as far as I know, Aaron Judge has not taken any performance enhancing drugs or steroids or anything like that. So this is an incredible feat regardless. He's leading Major League Baseball in several categories. So, I think
he's leading the Triple Crown race right now, right?
Yeah. And there was some insane stat I saw the other day. I can't remember what it was. But it was something to do with. I don't remember. I wish I remembered, but it was like
OPS and stuff.
No, because it was like the league average for something was like 750, and then Aaron Judge had like something like that and more. I don't think it was OPS, but I can't remember what it was. It was around the 700 numbers. So I was like, good grief, that man is insane this year. And it's his contract year, so he's about to get insane money this season, off season.
I was wondering what you thought his contract might look like.
It's going to be insane. I'm hoping the Cubs go after him, but I doubt they will.
Well, it's funny because in another sport in the NFL, Lamar Jackson's kind of in a similar situation right here, and he's balling out too.
Yeah, he had a great day today.
Yeah, thank God.
Just real quick, Major League Baseball news. I saw Tony La Russa is not planning to return this season. I don't know if he's going to return next season. He probably shouldn't because health reasons, and I just don't think he's going to be a successful manager at this time in his career.
I imagine he'll hang it up if he's. I mean, I feel like it'd be the perfect opportunity for him to just kind of fade away and not go out, on a sour note.
Yeah. And then Don Mattingly has said he is resigning from being the Marlins manager, and he's been there for a long time now.
I heard a wild stat and it was kind of, I think it was on on the radio, which I never listened to, but it popped up. They said Don Mattingly was out, and he's been there for 7 years. He's actually the winningest manager for the Marlins, but he's only had one winning season, and that was in the shortened 2020 season with 60 wins.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's crazy. But I think that wraps the big baseball news. I mean,
yeah,
we can always get into division winners, but it'll be playoff time soon, and Maricio's mad.
We also had a contract extension, but yeah.
I guess we can go to NBA and then finish up with football if you guys want.
Well, we got to hit up college probably too.
Yeah, but so this was where I was gonna go. Like, I don't know if we should bring this up because there were new details released the day after the initial stuff was. Like,
bring it up.
So, Ime Udoka, I may have said that wrong. I guess Thursday or Friday, I can't remember which day it was, but it came out that he had a consensual relationship with a Celtics employee, which I guess is against Celtic rules, but everyone was kind of like, Robert Sarver Udoka got suspended for a season, and then everyone was like, well, Robert Sarver got suspended for a season, and he did a lot worse than have a consensual relationship, even though Udoka is cheating, having an affair. And
with
then people
me along, no less.
Yeah, and then people were talking about the Deshaun Watson thing, comparing it to that. And the following day, it comes out that how was it worded? That it was something about sexual misconduct or something, and that's what led the Celtics to investigate. So that's why I didn't really know if we should bring it up, because I don't know, because obviously there's still details coming out about it, and I don't know that. I mean, I certainly don't want to speculate or.
Yeah. So regardless of like what happened, my take on all of this is a punishment handed down from the Celtics organization. Yeah. So to me, this says like there's no reason that the Celtics organization can't hold themselves to a higher standard than anybody else. Like, so this is their punishment, and the fact that they see it as such, as something that needs to be enforced like this is good on them. Mm-hmm. The fact that they hold themselves to a higher standard, I think is great. This is, the NBA hadn't done anything themselves about it. Who knows if they will? And then, so you brought up Robert Sarver. The NBA, I believe the NBA handed down that punishment. NFL handed down the Deshaun Watson punishment. So, yeah, I think it's good on the Celtics. My biggest takeaway is, though, like, how you going to cheat on Nia Long? Like, of all people? Really? Who?
Yeah, I don't know.
He wants young meat.
Well, see, that's the other thing. So, I guess I can mention this. Like, so a lot of people were saying that since they released Udoka's name, they should have released who he was having this consensual relationship with. And, like, I don't know. I mean, I certainly don't think that they should. I mean, and people were trying to say all these, or putting out these Celtics employees' names, which is horrible because, I mean.
I did see that.
But also, like, I'm sitting here saying it, or thinking at the same time, and I don't want to make this sound bad, but, like, on the flip side, we've had instances, and I know this is small and whatnot, but we've had instances of where a woman will accuse a man of doing something, and it turns out it didn't happen. And so I was sitting there, like, wondering if that was somewhat comparable to this, but I don't know.
I don't think it is.
Yeah.
But because I mean, especially with him, I don't think he came out and said anything against it.
Yeah.
I think the biggest issue isn't really even the consensual relationship he had with the Celtics
Right.
staff, but more of the, like you said, the misconduct.
Yeah.
You mentioned that they had been investigating for months. I think that's the real big issue that's
Yeah.
going to hit him. Obviously, all cases like this are a he said, she said, so it's kind of tough. But suspending him for a year at least while you further investigate, I think, is a good
Yeah.
move.
Yeah. And I will say that's not where my thoughts landed, the whole
Yeah.
thing. It was just something I had thought about. So,
Yeah.
and
I mean,
like I
it's
said,
always, yeah.
but like I said, we're still in a period where I don't think that we can, I don't feel comfortable talking at length about it because, like I said, one day it was consensual, the next day it wasn't. So,
Mhm.
I mean, there's still stuff coming out about it.
And
So,
they said that the Celtics had some new back in July that they had an idea of something that was going on,
yeah, I think that's what I heard too.
and so they're like, why did they wait till now? You know?
They're probably trying to
Yeah.
figure out more of what happened, I guess.
I said, I think that's why they said the months-long investigation part.
You know who they should bring as their next coach once they get rid of this guy?
Brad
Uh-oh.
Stevens.
Yeah.
Avery Johnson.
Who?
Avery Johnson.
Stop, bro. You are like the lone member of the Avery Johnson fan club, I swear.
He won a title with the Mavericks.
Yeah, with Jason Kidd and Dirk Nowitzki,
I was gonna say
Tyson
Dirk
Chandler, Defensive
Dirk
Player of
won
the
that
Year,
title.
Tyson Chandler. That team was loaded. Sean Marion.
I don't know about loaded, but
I mean, it was pretty good.
It was full of knowledge.
Full of old.
But I mean,
it
look
was
at-
full of vets.
well, yeah, but like
Maybe
to
not
call
loaded,
them-
but it was.
to call them loaded when you're going against LeBron, Chris
Well,
Bosh,
yeah, that's
Dwayne
true.
Wade.
That's true. Just Dirk got mad that they were making fun of him, and then
That's exactly what
went
it was.
off. And I'm so glad he did.
Me too. That was the greatest.
I guess in other news, NBA news, I think it came out this week that Robert Sarver is going to sell the team or resigning or whatever. But Jeff Bezos' name has been mentioned. So
No.
So yeah, so that obviously sucks because Bezos has been known to do some crappy business practices, but at the same time, like you got to think that either he's not gonna buy them because he's got too much other stuff going on, or he buys them and he's not very involved because he's got other stuff going on, and he's okay with paying the luxury tax, so we get all these good players.
yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. Or he buys them and takes them to Seattle.
Well, don't do that to me.
And then Phoenix gets the expansion franchise, and they're gonna be like the Phoenix Taters or something.
Oh boy, that reminds me of that Charles Barkley thing where he's talking about going back to Phoenix.
Oh Lord, bro! But imagine like that Seattle was the Suns, like they kept the Suns name. That'd be so ironic because like it's always raining there.
So
Yeah.
it's cloud.
See, I think if they moved the Suns to Seattle, then people would just still be back at the same place. So if we want a team in Phoenix,
Yeah, exactly.
so
Well,
I mean,
Phoenix, no, nobody's gonna move a team from
No.
Phoenix. It's like
no.
top 3 market.
Well, that's what I saw this week. Like once the sale goes through, that's going to be a really popular destination for free agents or whatnot.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
That's
I
what
don't
the-
think they're going to move them.
That's what they say about San Diego, Spencer, and look what happened.
What? Look what happened. What do you mean? Look what happened.
You mean not buying or not making new stadiums?
Yeah, but it's a city that now they're left with a crappy baseball team.
I don't know
Okay,
about
but that's
crap.
different though because California has like so many teams.
And the only thing they lost were the Chargers, right? Am I tripping? Yeah, because they don't have a hockey team.
Or
They don't have
basketball.
hockey. They
Yeah.
don't have basketball. It's a one
Yeah.
donkey town.
Yeah, and now no one cares about the Chargers in LA. So and they
Chargers.
lost. Suck it, Chargers.
And they really sucked today.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
I
want to
saw
go?
him. I saw him that said that. That was just a Trevor Lawrence meme that said that without Urban Meyer, he's like the next Peyton Manning.
I think it's funny. Like every time that I'm rooting every time for the Jaguars because the more they win, like the worse Urban Meyer looks, and I hate Urban Meyer.
Oh, did you guys see that thing about Urban Meyer being connected to Nebraska?
Yeah.
Nebraska, like, come on now.
They want him in Nebraska so bad.
I hope it happens because you know it'll fail.
It's gonna happen.
I think he will get a job within like 2 to 3 years in college football. I really do.
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, Georgia Tech's coach got fired.
Yeah.
So I guess we can transition to the college football now.
Oh yeah.
If you guys want, a lot of craziness happened. A lot of stuff you kind of expected though too. So I don't know where you guys want to start. I know Kent State gave Georgia a little bit of trouble, which is insane.
I think that's where I was gonna start. Yeah. Because what?
Kent State. Come on now.
People.
22 points.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know what to make about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
They were probably like hungover, playing like because they were like, oh, it's whatever, it's Kent State. It's like the Michigan mentality against Appalachian State. They were, they said that they were all like hungover, and a lot of them were high during that game.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, who said it? They interviewed somebody later on and said that a lot of the players that morning, because it was a morning game, it was like the 11 a.m. kickoff.
Yeah.
And the night before they were partying, and so a lot of them were like hungover, and a lot of them had done a bunch of weed.
I could see that then.
They thought that they could just play the game without, because it was Appalachian State and FCS at that time,
Yeah. Which, speaking of Appalachian State got upset by James Madison.
Jesus.
JMU.
And then Kansas keeps rolling.
Yeah. I hope Kansas gets ranked soon. I don't know if they will, but
yeah, they got 26 this time. Their quarterback though is a monster.
Mm-hmm.
That dude the best dual threat quarterback in college football right now.
Has he always been there, or did he transfer in from somewhere?
I think he transferred in, or either that or this is his first year starting. I'm not sure.
Man, that's crazy.
Good job, Les Miles.
Yeah, right.
Just kidding.
Yeah, somebody actually tweeted that they're like somebody like, oh, good, Les Miles is doing a good job, and then somebody was like, he hasn't worked there in years.
I think I brought that up last week. That was cracking me up.
Oh my god.
That coach there though now, Leo, I think his name is Leopold. Like he's doing really like other teams are actually looking at trying to hire him away.
Yeah.
Why not?
Wasn't he like the wide receivers coach at A&M before he got hired?
I'm not sure.
I think so. That's crazy. I think he was like the wide receivers coach, and it didn't make sense, but now it makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
And then Kansas State also won.
Yeah, that was a big upset.
Was that
4 years in a row? They beat Oklahoma.
Was it in a row?
4 years in a row right now.
I didn't know it was in a row.
4 years in a row, and most wins against Oklahoma in the last 12 years.
Gosh. And of all people to do it, friggin' Adrian Martinez.
And they're like, I saw a meme that said that Oklahoma's not leaving the Big 12 for the SEC. They're leaving so they don't have to play Kansas State anymore.
I think I saw that. Yeah.
I'll be honest. Yeah, Oklahoma doesn't, and maybe the absence of Lincoln Riley, and they're transitioning their new head coach. They don't look the same this year for sure. That
Oklahoma?
offense, yeah, that offense doesn't really possess the firepower it used to. I know it's
Brent Venables.
Well, I know it's only been like half a year, but still, you can definitely tell. And then, of course, their defense hadn't caught up yet. So maybe I'm not going to say a rough year because it's still the Big 12 and it's still Oklahoma, but they may hit up one more loss.
Here comes Mauricio about to say, "Oh, USC hasn't lost a game in September for the first time since 2010."
Yeah,
Well, they about did.
they skipped the. Honestly, I think Oregon State is just really good. It's
I think you're right. They are
because like
pretty good.
any other year, Oregon State like gets beat up by 50.
Yeah, Oregon State really isn't bad this year.
No, they're finally whoever's coaching there. It's finally getting the ship kind of back.
I think I'll be really interested when USC plays. There's a couple of games, UCLA obviously, and then also Washington. Washington's rolling, and their quarterback actually, I think their quarterback leads the league in passing yards from what I saw last. So he's the transfer from Indiana. So I
He
think
was
that'll
really
be a
good at
really good
Indiana.
game.
So, and I guess at Washington, he definitely has more weapons now.
Yeah, I mean Indiana was Indiana. So
What else happened yesterday? The freaking Arkansas lost.
well, yeah, that one was sad. But I am glad that I didn't even watch that because I watched a little bit of it, but then on a personal note, I ate too much that night, so I had to go to bed early because my tummy was super full. So I missed that game. So super embarrassing, but yeah, I overate and missed the game.
Well, if you would have, so to me, I think the game-changing moment was that KJ Jefferson fumble when he jumped like 3 yards out from the end zone. That was stupid.
Didn't make any sense.
That was so dumb.
Which is weird because he has definitely made he's not a bad decision maker at all. He usually makes really good decisions, and that one was just mind-boggling.
Yeah, and then of course the Cam Little field goal that hit the top of the upper. I don't think I've ever seen that happen.
See, I didn't see that until the morning.
Yeah,
yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, wow. I watched more of a Razorbacks game than Spencer. How about that?
Well, the food got me. Good.
It's what's it called? Like, did you? It's because Andy's still a Missouri State fan. That's why.
Yeah.
They lost yesterday.
Yeah, they did. A lot of people were pretty surprised by that, but I don't think
they
I
were
was.
2 top 5 teams or something like that. The FCS. So
San Diego State is legit.
South Dakota State.
Or yeah, what weird? Okay.
San Diego State.
Oh, I saw another crazy game on these scores. Of course, the Wake Forest Clemson one was wild.
I know what you're talking about. Missouri and Auburn.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I saw something about Brian Harsin was like on the last, like he was about to get fired if they didn't beat Missouri and then beat them by 3.
I laughed so hard throughout that entire game because it was so like both teams wanted to lose so bad.
Mm-hmm.
It was so funny. And then so like toward the end, I think toward the end of regulation, Missouri got on to the 3-yard line with like a minute left. And Missouri's coach decides to take 3 knees to kick a chip shot field goal. And their field goal kicker, who is like 300 pounds, by the way, did not warm up the entire time. He was nowhere near the net all game, did not warm up, and then doinked it. Or, no, wait. Yeah, he missed it. But he thought he made it, which was even more funny. But so it went into overtime, and then, of course, Auburn gets a field goal, and then Missouri's running all over them, and they're obviously going to win. And their running back just throws it into the end zone. It was the funniest game. It was so bad.
Yeah. So Arkansas dropped 10 spots after that. That's kind of. I guess they probably took last week into account too for that.
Yeah, kind of fair enough, honestly.
Yeah. If you think about it, if they would have won yesterday, freaking college game, they would have been available this weekend.
You're probably right.
Yeah, who's up next? Is it Bama?
Arkansas could have moved up to like number 5.
Now they go to Clemson, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Game day.
Damn.
Yeah. Clemson against NC State, which honestly should be a really good game. I think NC State will give them a lot of troubles since Wake Forest did too.
Clemson by 30.
I don't know about 30. Their quarterback ain't it.
Put it on Stone.
Put it on. Oh shoot!
So we have about 3.5 minutes left, and so I want to. This may bleed over into another segment, but I sent this in the chat earlier. Stephen F. Austin won 98-0 over. I guess it's an NAIA school, but some people had some issues with that. So I just wanted to hear what your takes were.
It was a bad NAIA school because I saw somebody post the last 3 games they played against other NAIA teams and they got blown out too. And they're the only, they're only one of 2 schools that St. Lauderdale Strip Mall, St. Lauderdale, Florida College didn't cancel against. So they're pretty bad, but no, I don't have an issue with it at all. Like, be better. And from Stephen F. Austin's perspective, I think it's pretty smart from a marketing perspective because it gets you in the national news, and it obviously works.
It's like, I don't know, it's just sad to see what teams have to do to get money for their programs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is it a sham school anyway?
Yeah. I was gonna make the joke that Stephen F. Austin got Bishop Sycamore, thinking this team was gonna be good, and then they just slaughter him.
The only thing I'm disappointed in is that they didn't hang 100.
Yeah, I think someone said that they kneeled it instead of. Yeah, but there are some awful takes on Twitter, and of course on Twitter, but people were like, that's classless and all this stuff. Someone was like, they should have put in their backups. Well, you look at their box score; they had like 4 quarterbacks play, 9 running backs play. Like, what are they supposed to do? Like,
you can only do so much.
Yeah,
there should be like mercy rules, like in high school.
Oh yeah,
Probably.
I watched a game that got mercy ruled Friday night.
I was wondering if that happened.
Yeah, it did. I expected it to happen before it even started. Yeah. Well, was there anything else in college football you guys wanted to hit on? We didn't mention the Texas Tech upset.
Oh yeah, that was a big one. I enjoyed seeing that.
I guess Texas is not back yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was like as big of an upset as a lot of people made it out to be. I know they gave Alabama a game. I think Alabama just played like crap that game, to be honest. Texas Tech has had Texas's number, in the past. So I don't think it was crazy.
Yeah. But I just wanted to mention that because I know we didn't. Western Kentucky beat Florida International 73-0. So there's that.
Really?
Yeah.
Good Lord. That's pretty rough.
Yeah. A lot of close games.
I was going to say, I'm sure there's more we're forgetting.
Yeah, there were several close games. I mean, Oregon barely beat Washington State.
Washington State's pretty good, though. They have got a good quarterback.
Ole Miss barely beat Tulsa.
That one surprised me.
Yeah, it was 35-27.
Jeez.
Let's see. Houston barely beat Rice.
Houston go to that game? Not as good this year as a lot of people thought they'd be.
Yeah.
Damn.
Mauricio is like, death to Rice.
Right. I was thinking about that earlier today. I was like, we definitely got to root against Rice every chance we get.
They have a kid from Conway there, too.
Oh, wow.
I don't think he's starting yet, but I don't even know if he's still there, actually.
Conway is the college football machine.
Right.
Well, their quarterback's probably going to go somewhere big.
Is he that good?
He's pretty good. He's a junior. He started as a sophomore last year.
What's his name?
Donovan Amalo.
I have to keep an eye out. I didn't know that. I know by listening to you the other night that their offense is insanely quick. I don't know if it's always been like that or if that's a new thing, but
I don't remember it last year. And then this year, all of a sudden, it's like they scored within 59 seconds. And so I was like, okay.
Yeah, I feel like it was like no time on the clock, and they were snapping it ready to go.
Yeah, it was a quick offense.
Being your first game to announce that that had to have been kind of weird though, because you're like, well, I guess we're going speed, going tempo.
Yeah. I mean, there were a couple times where I was like, all right, I'm going to take a quick breath here.
Yeah, right.
But it was fun. It was a good time.
Good.
They put us in some
I meant to
random.
ask too. How was that? How was that stadium? It looked nice.
It was cool. It looked nice. It was so. I don't know. It's kind of weird setup because you walk in and it's like there's the cafeteria on to the right, but then you keep going and there's a football stadium. So, but I can't really talk about the press boxes because they put us in a hallway. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, I'll be at Conway High this Friday night. So,
okay. I didn't know you had any home games.
Yeah, I've got this one, and then the penultimate regular season game is at home against Jonesboro. That I'll be doing.
Rhea absolutely hates it when I use that word. By the way,
really?
Yeah,
I don't know
why.
all the time.
She thinks I'm being so pretentious.
Penultimate.
Yeah.
Penultimate. You should next time there's something like third to last. You should go anti-penultimate.
Oh snap! I didn't know that was one. Okay, I'm definitely gonna do that.
Yeah. I guess we'll get into NFL. If you guys don't have anything else about college.
No, I think we're good.
Yeah, so I'm the odd man out this week with my team losing. Both your guys' teams won.
Not fantasy team.
No, not fantasy team, but favorite
all of
team.
Our fantasy teams lost. But yeah, but thank God the Ravens beat the Patriots, and I'm actually happy that Mo's team, the Rams, beat the Cardinals because the Cardinals make me mad. So I don't like to root for them.
I was gonna. So the Call of Duty the new Modern Warfare 2 Call of Duty beta came out, and so I was gonna see if how bad Kyler Murray did, if that had any correlation.
Yeah, but that is a really good point
because the Cardinals only scored 12 points today, but he threw the ball 58 times.
Did they really throw it that much?
Yeah. He was 37 to 58. He didn't throw a touchdown. 314 yards. No. They didn't score a touchdown all day.
Wait, how many yards?
He threw for 314.
Dang.
So that's probably not that's 5.4 yards per pass. That's not great.
Because somebody, you mentioned the Call of Duty thing, somebody I saw calculated every time Call of Duty has a double XP weekend, he craps the bed every single time, and it's so weird.
Yeah, so when that release day hits on week 8, whenever they play the Vikings, we'll see how he does.
That's so funny though.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I pre-ordered it because I played the last Modern Warfare and I really liked it, and so I was pre-ordered it early so I could play the beta, and I only got one game in before it was over. So a little sad.
Was it good?
That.
I mean, was it fun?
I mean, I had a good time. I did pretty well.
I may have to check it out. I'm just kind of afraid that I'll get too sucked into it.
Yeah,
I want to work.
I probably won't play it much. I mean, I'll play it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I got it because the story of the last one was pretty good.
I also don't like Cliff Kingsbury though. So
yeah,
that's another reason I don't root for them.
Yeah. But,
did Stafford end up having a touchdown or no?
I don't know. Did he, Mo?
Because
I think so.
No,
the stat I saw is he had every game he has played for the Rams so far, he's thrown a touchdown, and then at the point that I was watching, he hadn't, and he just missed one to Cooper Kupp, but
He didn't have one today.
streak broken. And then
Yeah.
I saw Cam Akers. I was pleased to see him getting some carries, and then he fumbled it at the goal line.
Yeah, that I have Daryl Henderson on the team, and he didn't do anything today. But I didn't start him, so there's that.
There's a lot of people you didn't start that you
Well,
clearly should have.
to be fair, I normally wouldn't start a lot of those guys, though.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
I'm probably going to get burned by Cortland Sutton because I started Michael Thomas for the first time, and
Of course he gets hurt.
yeah.
And
So-
Jameis throws for a butt ton of yards, but rarely, any touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
It was a weird day today in the NFL. It really was.
It was, yeah, it was.
Kind of fun for those looking for upsets, though.
Yeah.
For a lot of those, especially, I want to hit on the Dolphins-Bills game. The Bills end up throwing the ball. Josh Allen had 63 pass attempts, which is absurd.
400 passing yards.
Yeah. And so that killed me in fantasy because I was playing against him. But, and, of course, he didn't throw the ball to Gabriel Davis, little butthole.
Yeah.
But then I wanted to mainly mention his offensive coordinator going absolutely bananas in the press box, acting like a child. That was funny.
That was great because the other guys weren't doing a thing, and he was just over there tearing everything up.
The memes have been really good. And Andy, you had mentioned Call of Duty earlier. Some of the memes revolved around Call of Duty, when you get spawn killed by the same guy over and over, and it showed that.
Yeah. Yeah, there were some really weird games today. A couple of games featuring bad teams turned out to be pretty good games. The Falcons and Seahawks this afternoon was pretty good.
Yeah, who ended up winning that one?
The Falcons, 27-23.
Okay.
Yeah, that one was crazy. And then the Bears and Texans had a pretty good game.
Yeah, them.
Yeah.
They were. Yeah, I fell asleep and Texans were winning, and I woke up right at the end and they lost.
Yeah, the Texans definitely should have won that. Justin Fields had a just awful day.
Yeah, but I want to ask Mo about this one. Did you start Khalil Herbert?
Oh,
I saw you picked him up.
he must have just picked him up because I just looked the other earlier and nobody had him.
Oh, I thought somebody picked him up.
I don't think anybody's got him right now.
Maybe that's a different league that I looked at that. I thought it was Mauricio.
Don't give him any ideas.
It wasn't him.
Well, I've got the freaking starter, so I got
he got
Montgomery.
hurt today.
Yeah, that pissed me off. And then, of course, I go back to the Dolphins-Bills game that was good, and Tyreek Hill didn't have Jack. It was all Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
Oh, so annoying. But then, so the Chargers got curb stomped by the Jaguars, which is hilarious.
I'm happy about that.
Did Herbert end up getting a painkiller or no?
I don't know, because I was like, the memes are flying off this morning of like, don't get anything from this medical team, and
those
whatnot.
were really funny.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I asked. And it was funny because like they said that if he was gonna get that shot, they were gonna use like some special ultrasound to make sure that the doctor didn't mess it up again. And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But Nick Bosa, was it Nick or Joey? I can't remember which one.
Joey's on the Chargers.
Okay, so he got hurt. So
yeah, I saw him throw his helmet down at some point.
Yeah, that was a big blow to their defense.
Did Austin Eckler get hurt? Because he didn't do much of anything today. Oh, I guess they were playing behind the whole game.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I saw him in the game, but I don't think they ran him a whole lot because, like you said, they had a pass bunch.
Yeah. The Vikings pulled it out over the Lions late.
That made me mad because I like rooting for the Lions.
Yeah, I was hoping they'd win. The Bengals got their first one of the season. The Eagles still look good.
Who?
The Eagles.
Yeah, what is that all about?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird to me.
The Titans barely pulled it out against the Raiders today.
Yeah, why do the Raiders look so bad too? Because I thought they were supposed to look good.
I don't care, and I'm happy about it.
Your team lost.
They did.
What happened there?
Okay. Well, a few things here. So, first punt of the game, Sky
Yeah.
Moore, instead of, he was within the 10-yard line. So, they always say don't touch it if it's within 10 yards of the end zone. Well, he touches it, loses it in the sun or something, goes through his hands, and then the Colts pick it up and then score. And so I was like, well, that sucks. But then they kept showing him like throughout the first 3 drives. I was like, come on now. Because I was really like, please get Sky Moore a touchdown so they could get off of him. And then there's just some special teams blunders that went on.
The second punt, they downed at the 1.
Yeah. So that happened. I think that was where like they were like he should have caught it there, but I think that probably rattled him from the first punt.
Yeah.
And then let's see. They just let the Colts hang for a long time, and they should have won. At the end of the game, they got a 3rd down stop, and Colts should have punted, but Chris Jones decided to get a personal, or what is it called? Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah. I was trying to go back and look at the replay. I couldn't find it, but what happened there?
I was driving, so I didn't get to see what happened. But he did something, and that gave the Colts extra time to go down the field and score. And I think so. The Chiefs have been kicking with a backup kicker the last couple of weeks, and I think that's part of the reason why, because he missed 2 field goals today, and he missed an extra point. And so there was one play where they lined him up for a field goal, and they did a fake, and Tommy Townsend overthrew the receiver. So it was just a lot of bad stuff today.
Yeah, I noticed that kicker was looking rough.
Yeah, he definitely not Harrison Butker. So
yeah, that would have looked a lot different if Butker would have been in. Y'all probably would have won pretty easily.
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, Chiefs aren't going to win every game. So
no,
I mean, I kind of expected them to win this, but also I don't think the Colts are as bad as their record shows.
Yeah, they're confusing. I think they're very matching the talent level of who they're playing. Some teams would be like some teams are like that sometimes. And I think they're definitely one of them. Like if they're playing a lower level opponent, they're probably not going to play as well. And then if they're playing a top tier opponent, they're probably going to play up to it. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, I was going to message you guys at one point. It's like Matt Ryan is cheeks now, and then they go and win the game. That's why I didn't say that at some point, because I was like,
yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, he was looking really bad though.
Yeah, he was. I thought L'Jarius Sneed murdered him on that first fumble.
Oh.
Yeah, do you want to talk more about the Ravens, Spencer? Because they got a little close late, but Lamar Jackson had an insane game.
Yeah, the defense has me worried all season. We talked in chat about how the strength and conditioning coach for the Ravens probably needed to be fired 1 or 2 years ago already, because they've gotten an insane amount of injuries. In fact, they lost Patrick McCarry, I want to say Michael Pierce, and somebody else this game alone. So yeah, we are missing a lot of depth, especially on the defensive side of the ball, in DBs in particular. So that had me worried. And then I ended up, and of course, what did they win by 11 or was it 9?
37-26, I think.
Okay, so 11. But I ended up seeing the final stat line. So Mac Jones had over 300 yards passing, which I could understand. And then, I saw the 3 picks. So it's kind of a bend, don't break type of defense as far as that goes. Too. I was happy to see. But, the injury, some people are going back and forth online. I saw some people calling it dirty. It really didn't look dirty to me. It was kind of a normal football play, just kind of got rolled up on. But that's unfortunate for him. The 3 picks are really nice to see, though. Hopefully it'll give those DBs some confidence. You saw Marcus Peters also scooped up a fumble made by the rookie Kyle Hamilton, which is great to see because he's been under a lot of flack because of, just a couple of different things. But him having that big fumble there, I hope that gives him a lot of confidence. And J.K. Dobbins came back today. So J.K. Dobbins and Marcus Peters.
How far out is Gus Edwards?
I am not sure.
Is he still alive?
I have not checked.
Who's that guy that we? Oh, Lonzo Ball. That's what it was. I was like, who's that guy that we said was dead the other day?
Well, he might be. We don't know. Lonzo Ball a ways out.
What has LeVar done?
He gave all the power to LaMelo.
Yeah.
LaMelo.
But also in the Ravens, Lamar is putting up some crazy numbers this year, running the ball and passing the ball. It's just been absolutely mental. He's going to definitely get all the money he wants in the next offseason, and hopefully it's by the Ravens.
What team did I see that someone was going to say? Someone was talking about Lamar Jackson going to some team. I can't remember what. Oh, there was the Patriots.
Oh, don't.
Yeah, I would
Please
die.
don't.
I would die inside for you because that would be the worst.
I'll be so sad. Whatever. I mean, that'd be so frustrating if he leaves.
Yeah,
It probably will happen, to be honest, because I have terrible sports luck.
Welcome to the club.
Not Mauricio, because he just jumps on a different bandwagon depending on what he listens to.
Yeah, I remember him a few years ago in college wearing some Los Angeles Angels hats, and now he's all about the Dodgers.
Yeah, yeah.
He was also a Raiders fan at one point, too.
I was about to bring that up. And I distinctly remember you a few weeks ago wearing a Texas A&M hat.
I remember that.
While he was getting his cavities.
You were in the airport.
No, I haven't been to the airport in a year.
Oh, okay.
We have a video proof.
Where's the video proof, Andy? At the men's.
Has the has the 49ers Broncos game started? Or
yeah.
I guess what's the score of that one?
It's 7-3 with about 4:43 left in the first half.
Who's the 7?
49ers.
Yes. I think it's so funny that the Broncos coach is so bad.
Yeah.
Like the start that he and Russell Wilson have had is just hysterical.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Bronco Nation.
Oh, here he goes. Another bandwagon. Oh, we got Brink here. Oh, he brought the receipts.
You can tell. I could be like
he's gonna find it. He's gonna scrub through it.
Oh, there it is.
The smoking gun. Wow. Caught red-handed.
Caught him.
Dang.
Got him.
The big Jimbo Fisher fan here.
Maybe.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, boy. Oh, one game we didn't talk about, which the result surprised me. The Packers barely beat the Buccaneers, and it was a very low-scoring game.
When you say it surprised you, did you think the Packers would blow them out? Or did you think the Buccaneers would win?
I just thought there would be more points scored. Because 14-12 is very weird. I mean, I know neither team has wide receivers, so
especially when you look at the two quarterbacks.
Yeah. Well, they both started out like, I think Rodgers was like 15 of 15 or 15 of 16 at one point, and Brady was like 8 of 8 at one point.
That is, you know what? Now that you bring that up, that is a really weird result in that game. That wasn't the final score, was it?
14-12 was final.
Really?
Yeah.
I could have swore it was like 24-22.
No.
I don't know why.
The line was 42 points, so they were way under.
Bless. Okay. Weird. Yeah. Well, and I know Tom probably broke a few more Microsoft Surface tablets during that game.
When he did that last week, I think someone was like, "Yeah, that's why they put that child-proof padding on those, so in case the players get mad."
He confirmed broke 2 of them last week, and then so the NFL sent out a memo this week and said, "Please don't."
Yeah, that was funny.
And then, which is also really funny because the Bills guy definitely destroyed his up there.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was
and
a
then
good time.
Of course, tomorrow we'll have the stinker of a game, the boys and Giants.
Cowboy Giants.
There were some memes last week going around after the games about how like all the 2-0 teams, then it had the Giants in there that was like, I forget what exactly it was, but it was like,
was the meme with the Teletubbies or
where the Teletubby comes in.
Yeah. I love that one. That one made me laugh.
Mauricio's,
it's so true though, because it's like y'all don't belong.
Mauricio got that Christmas shirt on.
Oh, you got a Christmas shirt on? Oh, a Bucky's Christmas shirt. Get out of here. It's okay. Next week he'll say he's never worn a Bucky's Christmas shirt in his life.
Nope, I don't know what you're talking
about. Also, did you guys hear about how like a bunch of people were fooled that Taylor Swift was going to be the halftime show, and then it turns out it's Rihanna?
So I saw that it was Rihanna, but what's the Taylor Swift stuff?
So Variety came out and was like, Taylor Swift is going to be the halftime show at the Super Bowl. And so everybody believed that it was true. And then like not long after that, someone was like, no, she's not going to be the halftime show. And then today it came out that it's Rihanna.
Why did they say that? Just
I don't know.
Weird.
Oh, we lost Mauricio, and he's going to say he was never on this podcast.
Yeah. He'll deal with no Taylor Swift slander here. He's their biggest fan.
Yeah. He'll come back.
He did just dip out. He said, nah, I can't deal.
He said the haters going to hate.
Oh, shit.
Like, has Rihanna even made music in the last couple of years?
I truly don't know. We've gotten older, and anytime I turn on the radio and I hear like a new song, I'm like, I have no idea what this is.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we got him back.
Taylor Swift.
I would laugh if he dipped out again.
We were saying that you couldn't handle the Taylor Swift slander.
Yeah, it's their fault.
I don't actually like ever care about the halftime show stuff. And I was telling my buddy Seth about that, and he said that they'll probably go pretty hard this year because apparently it's the first time in 30 years that Pepsi is not the sponsor, and Apple is actually going to be the sponsor this year. So I will be interested to see if they do anything different.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Which if they see that, I don't know, because so last year's Super Bowl halftime show was probably pretty huge.
Okay, yeah, that
one of the biggest ones in a while that I can remember. And then you go from not to discredit Rihanna, but like you go from this year's to Rihanna. So I don't know that I agree with that.
Yeah, and I don't know who makes those decisions, and I don't know. It's tough for her because you can't really compete with. It had nostalgia. It had multiple huge artists. Like the production value was just massive. Like that's hard to compete with.
And it was mixed with some newer artists too. Like Anderson .Paak was playing the drums for Eminem, and
that's true.
50 Cent appeared out of nowhere. Yeah,
upside down.
Inflated 50 Cent. It was $1.
That was a good joke. Inflation, $1. Man, props to you for that one.
Well, the inflated thing was kind of
No, don't. You came up with it yourself.
Oh, I did, but I didn't mean to make the joke.
Well, you did.
I did.
And you made us proud.
But we have about 9 minutes left. You guys want to hop off here? Or?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I'm going to go to bed because I'm an old man.
I'm probably about to read this book I've been reading and then hit it.
Mauricio will go to bed about 2 a.m. and he'll sleep till about 2 p.m.
And then Spencer and I will be lighting up the chat. And then Mauricio hates us.
He'll say, sorry, I was asleep. Every
Which
day.
is 99% accurate.
See?
All of the above. So annoyed by us.
I'm the old man.
You're not the old man.
No. You're the young man because you don't go to sleep until like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I used to do that. Now I can't stay up past 10.
No, I never did it.
I used to do that, but now with this new schedule.
Spencer stays up later now than he did in college.
That's actually true.
I would be like texting Spencer at like 8 o'clock. Didn't hear anything until I'm sorry, I was asleep.
Yeah.
Like, dang.
Yeah, 8 o'clock comes, I would yeet my phone into the closet.
Oh my god.
But there's no shame in that, though. No shame at all.
I like sleep.
Yep.
To get the sleep in.
All right.
Well, I guess we'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to try and get some more. I want to animate the intro somehow. So we'll see if I can get that done.
That'd be cool.
But to go with the music, the new intro song. We'll see.
All right. I'll see you guys on the flippity flip.
Dink and Flicka.
Dink and Flicka. Bippity boppity, right in the zoppity.
See you guys.
See you.
Bye.